I've been interested in art since I think moments out of the womb, but I think in college I started painting really seriously. It's always something that I wanted to do. In high school I painted all the time, and I even did some exhibiting in high school, but there were other things that I might have done with my life, and I think in my late teens and early 20s I decided it was the thing that was going to keep me alive and excited and engaged with my life. In art school and even after, I've always painted and drawn, and I've tried everything. I've done sculpture. Even to this day I play with different media, but oil is the thing that I keep coming back to. A large part of it is just the sort of the lineage, the history of oil paint. All of these amazing people have built a language out of it, and I want to sort of contribute to that language, and I want to be in dialogue with the painters who've come before me. When I use a big splotch of gooey paint, it sort of instantly references de Kooning, and it puts you into Rembrandt with those thick, gooey foreheads and the things he's doing, and everyone in between. And having access to that, I think if I were using a different medium, I wouldn't have as rich a language. There are other things that I throw into the paint. I mix in different strange things, and these days sort of we have a different sense of chemistry, and so we can build other things. But it's still, I always come back to the simplicity of sort of what you can build, and how. I can't remember who it was, but there was an artist who said oil paint was created to paint flesh, and it's so true. There's something about the way it's made and the way it performs, the way it acts when you sort of put it down in front of you, that it just feels alive, and I think that's a lot of what I'm shooting. Go back to what you asked initially. The models are people who can put up with me. It's a lot of time one-on-one with me, creating this sort of, there's a longevity to the exercise. And they're very open-ended, so a painting could take a month, it could take a few sittings, or it really could take years. Some of them literally, they go on once a week for 52 weeks or more. So we're not looking at it, we're looking at more like a relationship, and the relationship is sort of realized or tracked through the course of paint. But the most interesting things about the paintings taking place over time, what you see when you get to the painting is a static object, but they take a long time to make, and you see the layers build up, and what you're really seeing are layers of time. So if everything that happens in our relationship, everything that happens with that person is sort of embedded in there, it's not always just the one thing, but you have that moment in time, and a lot of the titles sort of allude to something that happens in the midst of that. And some are obvious. When my wife was pregnant, you can see her body changing within the course of the painting. When people have medical issues, sometimes those things show up within the frame of the canvas, but they're embedded with other things too, all these other conversations. When my wife is pregnant, that's not the only thing going on in her life. We're also getting the whole story of that month, that year of her existence and our relation. I leave the paintings pretty open because I want you to be able to jump in too and sort of join me there and sort of put together some of the facts. I want you to be able to connect things on your own, and I want you to be able to jump in a way that feels that you're part of the process as well. Want to see what's essential in order to describe who that person is, but I don't want to make it explicit. I don't want to close it off so much that what you're getting is only my understanding. I want it to be open enough that the person themselves can sort of slowly and gradually reveal themselves to you. And people play these games about what they want to be public and what they don't want to show up. And that fascinates me. I want you to be there as a viewer with me and sort of engaging with the person in the same way. I want you to be there with me as a viewer and engaging in the painting in the same way that I am as a painter. And I want you to feel that relationship with the person. I think if I'm painting people that I love, I want you to fall in love with them, or at least to feel the deeply felt sort of back and forth between us. I want that to be part of the image. I don't want to start with an idea that this person will represent something. They often represent something, but that always comes secondarily. That comes out of the relationship and what they represent in my life or what I represent in their life. It doesn't, it comes organically and not, I don't want to start with a conception of what the painting will be and paint towards that. I don't want to know what the ending is. I want to jump in with both feet and hear the splash.
Right.